Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Welcome to the first project under my umbrella online classroom for March. I am so thrilled with this little box. I think I'm starting with my favorite project first, which I usually don't do. But let me show you this little cutie. So it closes with the little mini clothespin or the mini library clip, and inside is the perfect size for one of these little mambas. So you could get these mambas at the Dollar Tree. There are 4 of these little packs for $1, and I love the fun bright rainbow colors. So that was the idea here behind this. Is a lot of the treats I went for what was kind of rainbow colored, and then so in with the little treat, down with the tabs, and close up again with the little mini library clip. So just so totally cute. I can't even get over it. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut our designer series paper. So you've got your bright 6x6. You got a whole package of that in your kit. Let's go ahead and cut the designer series paper for this. Use whichever you like. I've got the Pacific Point on this first sample, and on the second one we're going to use Flirty Flamingo, and we want 1 1/8 inches here. So we'll get that all lined up. 1 1/8, and then we want 2 1/4, and we want 2 pieces that are 2 1/4. Got to make sure I'm doing that right with this little mini trimmer. I love it, but I'm getting the hang of where my measurements are on it. This is one of the gifts when you join Stampin' Up! During celebration. I don't know if it'll be available for purchase in the future, but I love my little gift. All right, so there's our designer series paper and our treat. And then let's take a look at the other pieces you need. If you got the kit, then you've already got your box. And the box is 4 1/8 by 4 1/2, and I'll have a picture of the template for you on the project sheet. We've got a stitched shapes oval, and this is the second largest one. It's 2 1/4 by 1 3/8. Got a bitty little tag. I cut that tag from the bouquet bunch dies, and then we've got a scrap of Whisper White, and about 1 1/2 by 3 1/2 will do. Let's do our stamping first. You need Memento Tuxedo Black and a Stampin' Pierce mat. We're gonna need 2 bouquets of flowers and 1 little pair of boots. So let's stamp those guys out, and we're gonna fussy cut these. All right, then our last little bit of stamping, I grabbed the little tiny For You greeting, and that is from Beautiful Bouquet. And it coordinates with that little tag from the Bouquet Bunch framelits. Let's stamp the little For You greeting on the tag. A little bit low because we're going to have a big ribbon on the top of this tag. Cute! All right. Let me clear away the Stampin' Pierce mat and ink pad, and we're going to color our boots and flowers. If you guys know me, you know that when I'm coloring for a project, I already know what I've got going on. I like to color one color at a time versus coloring the boots and then coloring the flowers. I'll color everything that's Daffodil Delight first, and then I'll go through and do the next color on the list, and that way I only take out the markers one time. So I did my little bouquet, the areas that I want Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to do the boots. I'm going to color them in with light Daffodil Delight using circles and fill in the whole boot. I'm going to do the front boot and then the back boot. That'll help me to keep my ink wet so that I can blend. And bring the Daffodil Delight down the back of the boot, across the sole, and across the top. And then I'll just color over the dark shade with the light. And then the same thing for the back boot. We're going to color in, shade, and blend. Cute little yellow rain boots. I love them. All right. Next up, I've got Flirty Flamingo combo. I'm gonna do this little kind of cloud-shaped flower, and I can do both of these at one time. You want to move fast to blend, but in such a small area, you can probably do both at one time. Little shadow, and then bring the two together. Stampin' Blends make it so easy to look like an artist. All right, leaves. We'll do all the leaves at one time. I'm gonna do light granny apple to color them in. And then I'll take a touch of the dark granny apple, just where the leaf meets the bouquet. Little touch of the dark. And then bring the two shades together. Next flower is Highland Heather. I'm gonna do light and dark, give it some shadow. This little cup-shaped one is Lovely Lipstick. And then the center of my purple flower, I've got dark balmy blue. Now let's cut these pieces out. You're gonna do that with scissors, just fussy cut. All right, there we go. Fussy cut our little flowers, and I never showed you that our little rain boots and flower bouquet come from under my umbrella. It's a 15-piece photopolymer stamp set that can be bundled with the Umbrella Builder Punch. If you didn't already have that one, if you need anything Stampin' Up, reach out and let me know. I can help you. All right, now we've got our decorative elements. Let's work on the structural elements, shall we? Okay, so we've got our piece of Pacific Point. This is 4.5 by 4 1/8. All of this information is on the project sheet, and the picture of the template will be there too. So on the 4.5-inch side, we're gonna score at 1/2. We're gonna score at 1 3/4. We're gonna score at 2.5 and 3 3/4. Now we're gonna rotate once to the right, and we're gonna score at 3/4 and 3 1/4, 3 5/8. So there's our little milk carton. Let's work these lines with the bone folder. We're gonna get nice crisp creases here. All right, so we've got our creases all worked. Let's grab the template in here so you can see what I'm doing. Get our orientation right. Now, on the right-hand side, we've got our glue tab. We've got 2 squares in the upper right corner and a rectangle in the bottom right. We're gonna remove the bottom right rectangle, making our side glue tab, and then the top 2 squares, completing our side glue tab. Now from the bottom, we're gonna liberate the tab, so we're gonna cut out the score and stop when you get to that intersecting score line. So just cut out the excess there. And you're making 4 tabs. All right, there's our bottom tabs. Now top tabs, same thing. We'll cut past the first intersecting score and stop at the second. And cut a little dart, just a tiny little debulk, and we're making 4 top tabs. Last step here, let's cut off the short tabs at that first score line. So the narrow tabs, we're gonna make short tabs. Now the last step, just for a little finish on the top of our box, we're gonna round the corners. So we're gonna round the corners on the long top tabs. You're gonna have to fold in some of the tabs to get them into your corner rounder. But I think the finish is worth the extra effort. All right, There's our little box. Pretty cute, huh? All right, let's do our designer series paper next. We're gonna go ahead and adhere that to the larger segments, so the front and the back of our box. You can use snail or multi-purpose liquid here. All right, we got those centered, looking good. Now, tear and tape adhesive, we're gonna put on the long tab on the outside, so the same side as the designer series paper. That's the back of our box, you see? And then we're gonna put some on the inside of the bottom front tab. Let's go ahead and assemble our box. So we're gonna fold in the tab, square up the corners, nice neat seam, and then burnish down. Then that's the back of our box. We're gonna add or bring the inside tabs down, remove the liner, fold the back to the front, and then the front to the back. And here's a great place to get your bone folder in there and burnish that adhesive. You can drop our treat in the box now at this point. And grab your packet of mini library clips. They're silver and they're white. They're gorgeous. Whichever one you like. I have a white one on my sample, so we'll go with a silver one on this guy. And let's close up our little treat box. Isn't that the cutest little thing you've ever seen? All right, move the clips. Don't want to spill those. Now you've got a full bolt of the polka dot tulle ribbon. So go ahead and open that guy up and let's take off a length of it. What I do here is I take my ribbon, put it in between my library clip, and I'm gonna tie a knot. So we've got a good, I don't know, 5 inches or so tail here. And we're going to tie a knot around the clip. Then what I'm gonna do is, after I've got a nice tight knot around the clip, then I'm gonna grab a mini glue dot. I'm gonna put the mini glue dot right on that knot so that it adheres the ribbon to the clip. Now, I've got about 5 inches here, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that off on the other tail. And then we're gonna slide that For You tag on. Now, it looks like the ribbon is kind of bulky and the hole is very small, but if you just push the edge of the ribbon, the very corner of the ribbon, through the tag, you'll find that it slides on very easy because this ribbon is not bulky at all. Okay, so the For You tag is on. I'm gonna fold up and make the first tail over the top. Fingertip to fingertip is gonna make the second loop. And then once you've got your bow about the size and shape that you want it, you can pull tight and smash everything into that little glue dot, see? So now it's secured to that little clip on top. Tiny snip on the ends here to clean them up. And we are closed and embellished. Let's add our finishing touches. So all those adorable little pieces that we fussy cut, got our stitched oval. I'm gonna adhere the stitched oval to the box. You wanna avoid the very extreme right-left side because the oval is just this tiniest smidge wider than the box. And then lots of little mini dimensionals now. We're gonna put maybe 3 or 4 on the back of our boots here. Pop those guys right on. And then I like to put the adhesive on above the boots so then I know where it's gonna stick. And then I'll add my flowers into the adhesive right above the boots. Oh, so cute! I don't know which way I like it better, with the flirty flamingo and the little silver clip, or Pacific Point and the little white clip. So cute! All right, you guys, that's video number 1 in the Kitchen Table Stamper Online Classroom. I'll see you in video number 2, where we'll continue the rainbow candy theme and make this little candy box here. Isn't that cute? All right, guys, I'll see you in video number 2. Thanks for being a part of the Kitchen Table Stamper online classroom.